2 shots of vodka.
Yeah. You want direction, and I've got intentions for you. I've made some mistakes, babe, but just let me make it up to you. I think you've got what it takes to be mine. Don't let them throw you off, baby. We only running out of time. I think you're perfect. I think you're worth it. I think you've got something different. I've been searching. I think you're nervous. He's made you so mad. I think you should take a chance and show me that you can.
Yo, man, it's your boy Will Love, man. Hey, thank y'all again, man, for listening to another episode of 2 Shots of Vodka podcast. Today y'all get ready to get a 6-pack, cause y'all gonna probably be laughing hard as a motherfucker. Man, I got 2 queens sitting here with me today, man. Alright, I have the education director, is that correct?
Yeah.
For the LWVSC, and the co-founder of the founder of the Charleston Black Pride, my new friend, my new sister.
There you go.
She goes by the name of Miss Gina Mocha, and we will have the claps in the background.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Nevertheless, we got a poet here. I love poets, and she said you better know it. All right. She runs the Blackout Minority Business Trade Show, and the Blackout page, which supports all upcoming and thriving minority businesses. Y'all give it up to, please correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but Miss Salathia.
You said it right.
Yes.
Monique Graham.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
I walked in here, I smelled the real nigganess in the air.
Yo.
How y'all mental health?
Doing good.
Mental health good?
Doing
I
good.
mean, pretty good. Like
Doing all right.
You know that's a big thing now. Everybody taking mental health days and really working on self-care. So yeah, I mean,
Is that a problem? Is that a problem with calling it a mental health day? Like,
I mean,
why are black people so scared to call it?
I think community-wise, it's just black folk. We have been conditioned to believe that
Into the mic.
we have been conditioned to believe that we can take a licking and keep on ticking, and that's not always the case. So anytime we have to step back and really evaluate how we're operating mentally, I think we see it as a weakness, and we don't take that too kindly, looking like we're weak.
Right.
That's all about generational conditioning though. So I wish it wasn't such a stigma though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to talk about that.
You get scared when you gotta call in work?
No. If I'm sick, I'm sick. I mean, if I need to take a day, I'll take a day.
Yeah.
Nah, you shouldn't be afraid of. You don't be afraid to show up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you want that check?
Yeah.
But if you just not like, especially if I'm teaching, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you supposed to be ready for your students, and if you not 100, you ain't giving them their best that they need. So you doing more of a hindrance than a help. So if you need that day, be honest, take your day.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, fuck shit. If I call and I know I'm scared. They always asking to. How bad is your fever? Do you think you can do it?
Nobody not ask me that shit if I call in. Cause I'm gonna cuss the fuck out of whoever asks me that. I don't care if you the general. You can own the hospital. You ask me that shit, and I call in. It's gonna be some shit.
I don't know. They expect you because they come to work sick and shit. Like
yeah, but I think that's worse. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm working with kids. I mean, a lot of time my kids come and show up and they sick. You know what I'm saying? So now we all sick, and it's kind of hard. They're not listening because they're sick. So they not learning.
Yeah.
You sick. You not giving your 100% to teaching. These kids, they need it. So take that one day, come yourself back, and be ready.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not doing nothing if I'm sick. It's been times that, I thought I was just, I cared about what people think about how I looked, trying to fight through illness, whether it be physical, mental, whatever, and showing up. I don't care nothing about that now. I'm taking my time off.
Yeah.
So.
And I think I've grown in the same way too, cause I mean when you're young, you always try to finesse and call in and shit. But like now, like you get older and you really got shit going on and stuff, and it's like, yo man, I see white people doing anything. My dog is sick. I'm calling out.
Look, it's crazy you said that. At a hospital I worked at, and the shall remain nameless. First of all, they have health insurance for animals. That's one. And two, this lady, a nurse, came into work. And she was in tears. She was like, I think my dog is having a heart attack or dying or what the fuck ever she said. They let her go home.
Right, yeah. Because pets is your family. That's the way they see it.
And when I saw that, I was like, you know what, man? Fuck coming in sick. I ain't doing that no more.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right.
So, yeah.
So do you ladies have kids?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Salathia, how many kids do you have?
I have one son. My son is 21 years old.
Woo!
As a matter of fact, my son is Crucial BGR, the rapper from Charleston.
Oh, okay. So I need to hear some of his music, and shouldn't you have him on here? ASAP. He
in Charlotte today. He got a show tonight, but yeah.
Oh, all right. He moving.
He
moving. All right. That's what I'm talking about, man. Miss Gina, you got kids?
Yes, been raising 5.
Woo! There you go. Yeah, 5.
Yes.
How many times you wanted to jump out the window?
Still is. What you mean? I was 15-year-old at home. Come on, the girl. Yeah, come on now. It ain't over. It's not over, but yeah.
What's the biggest misconception about single parents or single mothers for that matter?
Like, I hate to say
that. Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
Basically, that how we're not really handling things, and especially what I can speak on from being in the LGBTQ community. The first stigma is that, 2 same-sex parents, one shouldn't be, or we breeding that in our homes to have kids to grow up to be LGBTQ. That's a straight up stigma and a lie.
Yeah.
Also, being a single parent, which I am, just saying that we're not instilling the values, or we're not going to take the time out and do all that we need to do. I was raised by a single mom. My dad was killed when I was 3. So, and I feel my mom did a great job, So, I mean, it was hard. Of course, I'm not going to see her as much because she's putting in that grind at work, to make sure I had everything. But one thing I could say that we had a lot of love in our home. So I was, I'm okay,
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think that they put a lot of harsh and negative sayings about what a single parent can and can't do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen them. Listen, a lot of people have grown up and done some wonderful things. I'm a doctor right now. I got my doctorate, in education. So therefore, it's not where you from; it's where you going. Yeah. So
you better flex on them, goddamn it, with that doctor.
What?
I tell you that.
I think that as far as single heterosexual women who are mothers, I think the common misconception is we're always looking for a man. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, some of us are just trying to get ourselves together, trying to be a really good example for our children, rather than, just out here hunting for a husband. Like, right. I tell you, like, it's ever since I moved out of my mom's home, it's only been me and my son living in my house. I just recently got married in 2017, and we've never had a man in the household. Not to say that we didn't need one at certain periods of time, but we never really had one. And I think I did a pretty good job with my son, and I mean, I can say that, and I'm biased, but like anybody can tell you that, like he's still educated, he's still respectful, he's still got his grown man on, like, he knows how to treat women. That was the big thing for me.
Right.
Like, he knows how
you
to
do like you
women.
wasn't taking that shit. You like you was punching him in the chest.
I pretty much wasn't. I wasn't taking that shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I think that's a common misconception among heterosexual black women, especially. Like, we always looking for a husband, like, and that's not the case. I don't want what I'm saying to sound like we don't need our brothers in the home, because we do, but some of us tend to do a good job even if we don't have the resource of having a man in the house. So.
Yeah. But how does it get to that point to where the man or that king is absent, from that home,
a lot of us mothers make hard decisions, man. And that's just being honest. Like, people are like, I mean, the common thing is this battle of the sexes in the black community, and I'm not with that. But some of us have made decisions for our children to keep them safe, to keep them from being exposed to certain things. Like, I'll be very candid with you. My son's father, he could not stay out of jail. Not only was he selling drugs, he was on drugs. Now, why would I want that influence with my son? And see that things like that are rarely talked about. Like, especially with mothers who had to leave, you know, with their kids and take their kids from fathers who were abusive. Because if you start on the woman, eventually you're going to start on the child. Right. You know, those are some hard decisions to make, but we make them nonetheless for the safety of our children, you know?
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people stay, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that's, you know, you putting your kids through trauma. You know what I'm saying? When you stay, I understand financial reasons, you know, and that's another thing, but all money ain't good money. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I feel too that the dad can be a father and a parent even if he's outside the home, if he's strong-willed within himself. And that mindset, a woman can't change that if that man don't have it. Yeah. So whether he's in the house, because I know of people, the dad was in the house and he ain't do nothing. So a lot of them talk about that, you know. So it's what that man wants to do if he's grown up to actually accept being a man and accept being a father. So sometimes it can still seem like a single mom is in the home if dad ain't doing so.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because women innately have been told that you are supposed to take care of the home regardless. They're quick to say, oh, you're a deadbeat dad, but there's a lot of deadbeat moms out there too. Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry, I call it like a spade a spade.
Ass females out here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So give me some characteristics. How would the women out there that maybe listen to this podcast, how would they know that they are what are characteristics of a deadbeat
mother?
Deadbeat, you're not there for your kids.
Yeah, or either you there and you know you subjecting your kids to you projecting your self-hate or your past bad experiences onto your children so much so that it is changing their outlook in life. It's shaping their scope of how to deal with people, like the social aspect of them interacting with other people. Just like so often we hear in the black community, you know, home business is home business. And I don't 100% have a problem with that, but I don't 100% agree with that, because if it's a child in your home and you know this man is molesting your child or doing something he's got no business towards your child, whether it be beating or whatever, and you stay with that man, you a foot dragging ass bitch, and I'll tell you that to your face. So, yeah. That to me, that sticks out in my mind because I see that a lot. We see that a lot, and I mean it's in the news and stuff now because we living in this, you know, generation of the 24-hour news cycle. But this has been going on in families, and you know we've been told home business is home business. So kids are growing up being abused and not saying nothing about it, and then you send that child out to be a productive member of society, and that fails.
Yeah.
So. Or just I'm gonna say if someone is raising your kids and you're not doing what you need to do to get back on your feet. So if your family member is raising your kids and you ain't in your kids' life whatsoever, you are, just like you would say, a deadbeat dad, you're a deadbeat mom.
So you're always trying to go out to the club and drop them kids off.
Exactly. And I don't mind if you going out and you having a good time every now and then, but I'm talking about totally absent, where you have 5 kids out there and you are doing living your best life, which is the problem.
Yep.
So I don't see that as not stigmatizing and putting the name. If you're going to put the name out there for a male, I'll stand on that. Put it out there for a female.
Exactly. Yeah. We always address the males or deadbeat dads. We don't never address the toxic behavior of some
a female.
Mothers.
Yeah.
Some of them are very toxic.
Yeah.
Y'all think the government had a hand in this, breaking up the black home, the black household?
I think a lot has happened to the black family unit. And yeah, they have had their hand in it, but it comes a point in time to where you have to let go of the victimhood mentality.
Right.
Yeah, we know what they did, and there's certain things that have fallen by the wayside that we can't control. But the parts of rebuilding the black family unit that we can control, we need to control. You know, like that's why I say I'm 100% against the battle of the sexes, and no community engages in that more than the black community.
Right. So, my thing is stand up. take your ownership. Stop blaming the man in the mirror. Like, come on, really face your fears, face your faults. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep stigmatizing, saying, "Oh, it's the white man that." When do you take ownership and saying, "I'm going to stand up and do what I got to do"? Come on now. If a black female, we could be stigmatized all the time. You know what I'm saying? Where they could say that we was uneducated and we didn't have this and that, but we held the family down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go all the way back to ancestors, they didn't know how to read, but yet they was able to stitch up the pants to get you out there to war. They was able to get whatever they needed to do to make sure there was a meal coming on that table and served and ready. Take care of the kids while you were sent off to war. So my thing is, it ain't about what you know. It's how you know and what you're doing to apply it. So it ain't, I mean, my thing is, you got to let that go. That, I feel like that's that burden that we carry on our back, and culturally that we got to get that monkey off. Honestly, I hate to use that term, off our own back. And raise up and strengthen our own community. We can't keep blaming. Okay, how long? For how long we gonna blame that? You know what I'm saying? It's 2019. You gonna tell me you still talking about what happened 50 years ago? What has accomplished and grew in you in 50 years? Let's look at that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we got to stop pointing the fingers and start. Remember, like they said, you point one finger out, but there's how many pointing back at you? Like, when are you gonna take your ownership and lead?
And victimhood is an entitlement trap. And when I say that, I'm like, if you're always the victim, you're gonna always expect somebody to do something for you, and it leads to that savior's complex. You're always looking for somebody to save you out of something. If you're always looking for somebody to blame, you're gonna always look for somebody to save you out of something. And so it's like, what side of the coin do you want to be on? You know, have you, before you point fingers, have you absolutely did everything to, you know, within all of your power to do or become the best version of you, so you can be the best version to your family and to your community and everything? So I think that victimhood mentality is crippling the black community, among other things.
And I think too, they start so young. You know, so I'm a big, I'm 29, and, you know, I had my first child at 19, and granted, I didn't fucking know how to be a dad. You know, I just had this, I tell everybody all the time, like, I had this picture in my head. I used to watch a bunch of movies. One of my favorite movies was Soul Food, and I was like, oh man, I want to be like Big Mom. Mom had a whole family, you know. But that just leads to me having buku fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? By different women trying to get that long ass round table and have everybody to it, whatnot. But two is like, they don't, you know, the women or men don't get out that mindset that, like, yo, like, I look at it as, okay, look, we shared a time. All right, we grew together. We grew apart. Somebody grew up, somebody didn't. It's great when both of them
grow up together.
But it didn't happen that way. All right, what came of that, we had a child. All right, let's do what's best for that child. You know,
exactly.
Not still be mad at what happened 6 years ago.
But you proved the point. You just said someone grew and someone didn't. So therefore, when you still stuck in that childish mentality, because that's what it is. I keep trying to tell people that maturity doesn't come with just your age. It's what you're ready to grow in and accept. It's a whole, you know, condition. And mentally, it starts there. But don't hurt the kid in the midst of your childishness.
But then the scary thing is, they don't think they are not hurt. Like, because the child may be so small, they don't think that, you know, you know, or they have this thing, you don't do this or you don't do that, materialistically wise. I'm gonna take that emotional connection from him. You can't see them, and he's not, or she's not missing you.
And that goes back to the fucked up way we've been taught to deal with each other, that has been passed down for generation to generation. We have not, black folk, and I said this on Facebook some months ago, black folk have not been taught that you can break up, divorce, or go your separate ways amicably. We have not been taught that it is okay for us not to be in love with each other anymore, but still get along, even if we don't have children. Like, you don't have to go through life bashing your baby father or your baby mother in order to feel whole about yourself. You know what I mean? We have not been taught that, and that's where that battle of the sexes come in. Like, we have to, I mean, we always talking about we got to keep it real, but we don't really keep it real with each other, man. We don't keep it real with ourselves. You know the way Mama did it and the way Big Mama and them did it, you know, especially when it comes to separation of the parents, it was not always the right way. We have to come to terms with like some of the ways that we have been taught are completely fucking wrong. Absolutely wrong. And they'll call you a pick me bitch when you say it like this, but black men suffer just as much as black women, but we don't want to talk about that,
Right.
So like you said, you thought it was your aim was to get kids that be like Big Mama, have this table full of everybody coming for holidays and all like that. And we have not been taught that that's not always going to happen for every family. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not going to always, maybe that's not the thing you should be aiming for right now. See, you saw that and you were taught to want to have that, but you weren't taught to be financially stable to take care of all of that. You know what I mean? It's indoctrination in the things we've been taught generation after generation. The unrealisticness of some of the things we've been taught about each other is what's really hurting the black family unit.
Yeah.
And until we address that, we still gonna have these problems, know? I mean, but I think I like to be optimistic. I think we're better now. I think we're doing better now. I mean, I see, more and more we're seeing more examples of, amended family unit. And these kids nowadays, they grow up, they gotta have access to so much. They formulating their own opinions about parenting and being a child or being siblings or whatever. And I think that's changing the culture also. So, but yeah.
So, and you, and I guess I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree when you say that you see it, because I feel like on a previous episode I gave a example that the black culture sometimes is like the dad that said he's gonna come get you on the weekend, he leave you on the step. You see him on Tuesday and y'all have a great time and you looking forward, and he let you down on the weekend. And then like it kind of is like and like I said, just from stuff that you read or something that happens, and you're like, man, like how in the fuck, like is it going to change? You see something good, and then but you see something good, like you see black Rodney Reed just with the execution, just got blocked, or whatnot. But not to mention Mr. Cromartie, they just got executed last Wednesday.
Right. So my thing is, there's still a lot of generational curses that need to be changed, but it's going to take mindsets changing, people to really see that it's not benefiting your household. And being comfortable enough to say that I'm going to step out of the norm and be different. And that it's okay. See, this is the thing that a lot of times in the black culture, like if my kid ain't in a pair of Jordans, he ain't in, because everybody down the block got a pair of Jordans. When we get away from that mentality and that closed mindset and that vision, then we'll be stronger as a unit. You understand? Like right now, the whole hysteria I say is everybody flocking to Popeyes and getting the chicken sandwich. Okay, but when it's other things that we really need, it looks bad, because if you see hey, I ain't have it, but if the chicken sandwich is good, I got you. But I want to see that same turnout and other things too, that where it looks like us.
Meetings,
like you know what I'm saying? PTA meetings,
and voting in the sense.
I mean, come on, like those are the things like where I'm sitting here, like I'm tired. I'm from New York, okay, straight up. All the lines used to be Dr. J's, all the VIM stores. As soon as Jordan sneakers dropped, they was lined up nights before, sitting out there. But if I say that we're gonna do something to like stop the violence in our community,
ain't that
because
we having a forum, educational forum, it's empty. And then I'm like, so let me tell you, what I got to do to really stimulate you shouldn't be that difficult, because you don't want nobody walking around saying, oh, am I going to be the next target to be shot up in my community? True. Like, come on here.
So my question to you all, after hearing what you're saying and what you're saying, when are we gonna look at the fact that we don't control media? Like that plays a big role in how we see each other. And I'm not, at first I will always say look within, but then we can't ignore without.
I tell niggas all the time, don't believe the news or the media. NBC stand for nigga be careful.
Yeah. So. And you know what? Like I think the way we are portrayed in media has a huge impact on how we see each other,
Yes.
Because for as many, like the whole black on black crime thing, that shit is a myth. I asked a guy that I work with, a Chinese guy, I said, what do you call it when a black person kills another black person? And he says it's black on black crime. I said, well, what do you call it when a white person kills another white person? He says just crime. I said, what's the difference? Why is it that everything we do that's bad outweighs or overshadows all the great things we're doing in the community?
But is
you know
this
what
the
I mean?
thing they did to create a fear?
Oh yeah.
A certain area, and only with black fucking people.
Yeah, I think we got to stop buying into that because there's black folk doing great things.
Oh yeah,
Wonderful things.
It's black folk. Like right now, black women, we lead the numbers in entrepreneurship, post-secondary education, graduate education. Like, I think instead of looking at TV and looking at our phones, we got to really get outside the house and look around, because there are a lot of great black fathers. There are a lot of great black, men that, like, the average black man is a working black is working and has his own stuff and provide for his family. But media will tell you is the ones you see with their pants hanging around their ass and all that.
Or with dreads in their hair. You know what I'm saying? And they holding down businesses.
Exactly. I think we got to start, really hardcore looking for the good in our community, and when we find it, illuminating it, putting it up. Like I hate it that we go back and forth on each other about things like that. I hate it that especially, I mean, black women, we the backbone. But it's just the things that black men go through. Like, I had a lady say the other day, 99.9% of black men ain't shit. My thing was, do you know 99.9% of black men?
Yeah, let's get
How
that
the fuck
down.
can you say that and you don't know 99.9% of black men? And then she has sons, and I say, well, when you say that, you're including your son. She said, well, I ain't talking about my boys. I'm like, nah, that ain't how statistics work.
Nah, everybody is clumped in that 99 point whatever you want to call it.
I think we got to start really looking at the good, looking for the good, pulling it out of whatever crack and crevice is hiding in,
and start highlighting ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's doing good in your community, like, run that, share that. Encourage people to, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to use the social media platform, then use it to a great thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I said that too. Like, one thing that really grinds my gears is when people just sit, and we all know social media is entertainment in this world. You can be whoever you want, whatnot. But I hate the people that just constantly. First, I'm gonna say this, preface it by saying I respect people that's constantly posting content, at work, something that's selling, whatever it is,
something positive,
something positive. What I don't like is the people, they may share something positive that happened or something, but they're kind of ranting and raving.
Right.
Everything is a rant. Like those, I don't do the, I don't do the posting 10 times a day because I'm living in the real world for one.
Exactly. You got shit to do.
Yeah, you got shit to do. But you're sitting up there and you just yell online about black this, black this, black that, and you not doing a fucking thing but sitting inside and posting.
And a prime example of that pissed me off royally, when that black billionaire paid for all those young black Morehouse graduates. He paid off their student loan debt. Black folk had a problem with that, and I could not understand that shit.
Wow.
You would have been amazed at some of the shit that showed up on my timeline about, imperialism and capitalism and all like that, but not realizing that here it is. I think it was like 300 or 400 of them graduated or something like that. 300 or 400 young black men came out of college not only with their degree but debt free.
Right.
Do you know the shit that they gonna be able to do in society?
Right.
Like, okay, we're not gonna be able to avoid capitalism. Like, niggas need to get over that. We're not gonna be able to avoid capitalism. And if you go buy a pack of gum, you taking part in it.
Right.
There's no way around that shit. But for the good that it's doing for the community, applaud that shit, man.
Right.
Because if you were in the shoes of some of these millionaires, would you be saying the same shit you're saying now?
Right. Like I say, I see like LeBron James. How many people really behind him for his open up his school?
No, how many black people?
How many black people really behind him for open up the school? You know what I'm saying? Because they sit and wait. Like when Oprah opened up her school in Africa. Okay, but she's doing something for black people, period.
The global African.
So
That's
my
right.
thing is like, okay, but how many people are applauding that? So it's like sometimes when you do get that achievement and that platform that you're like, dag, I finally worked so hard to get here. You don't even want to accept that. Like, I'm going to be honest with you straight up. I don't carry Dr. Duggan's yet. I'm still trying to get used to that vibe because of the simple fact I'm like, yeah, I'm happy and I'm proud. I worked very, very hard to get anywhere I needed to be. But at the same time, I'm still like looking at my other sisters and brothers like, I need y'all to be right here with me. I need y'all also to not look down and think that I'm better than y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know the quote unquote struggle.
But we suffer.
You know, so it's like
every time
listen,
black
it's
folks deal with a collective low self-esteem and lack of confidence, and it's not every black person, but I mean a level of it can be found, in my opinion, in all black people, you know. Because we're not there. We're not taught that, okay, it's still okay to celebrate this person. It's still okay to be happy for this person.
Right.
We're not taught that, you know, yeah, you ain't there yet, but that don't mean you ain't gonna get there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
So when we
support
see
black
somebody there,
businesses.
when we see somebody there, it's like, you know, we project our insecurities and our sense of inferiority on the person who done fought through what they fought through to get there. Now, I don't 100% agree with the Oprahs, and I don't 100% agree with the Tyler Perrys and this and that, but them black people, you'll never get me on a public forum like Facebook or nothing like that. You'll never have me tear them down.
Right.
Even if I don't 100% agree with some of the things that they do.
And that's the thing, and it's like y'all wanna, those people that post want to criticize them, and it's like, well, what are you doing? Okay, and we know they're not doing nothing, so they have excuses. Well, I don't have the money, the means to do it. And I mean, like, you know, I can say things like, yo, how about you start a podcast?
Exactly.
How about you, you know, construct a meeting with a few friends and just kind of talk about these things, or even fucking take extra money and just buy a few brown bags, make some lunches ahead downtown and give to some homeless people.
Exactly.
If it ain't flashy, if it ain't flashy, it ain't cute, and we don't know it's the grassroots efforts that save our communities, that
boots
save
on the
our
ground.
people. Yeah,
that people don't even acknowledge who's out here in the trenches all the time, every day, standing on the front line, and people are like, oh, they ain't do so and so. How do you know? Just because somebody's not publicly showing everything that they do, don't mean they not doing something or they not supporting something. A silent movement moves too.
Exactly. It's still a movement.
It's still a movement, and it's still getting things done. Just because the person ain't ranting and raving and going off and being ignorant sometimes about the situation, trust me, things is getting moved and it's getting done, and you don't even know that person played a pivotal role in that change.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I just say, like, we just need to learn how to support those that you see definitely that's out there every day
and
on the front line, and encourage them,
see.
uplift them, you know what I'm saying, and just be like, dang. Because, like, I think about it too. Like, I'm out here on some nonprofit organizations and building up things that I'm passionate about. But at the end of the day, I got a job and a family first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing 8 to 4, working in the school system, teaching children, middle schoolers, how to read. That's very important to me.
Yeah.
And then I got my home life. So now anything I do after that is now extra. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm at a community meeting, or if I'm at a school board meeting, or if I'm starting a new organization, or if I'm a board member to the League of Women Voters, or I'm, like I said, that takes on a lot of time and consumption. And that means that I'm fighting for someone bigger than me, that I'm trying to collectively help whomever is going to allow me to help them support me. Don't put me down.
Yeah.
Don't talk about what she thinks she this and that. I'm trying to help, because eventually you never know if it's going to touch your family member that I'm trying to help.
Yeah, and I say the same thing about and in everything I do. Everybody know, you know, music is a passion of mine. I'm a creative individual,
right?
You know, with the podcast, to get some diverse individuals on and just kind of, you know, share the stories of everybody. And then ultimately, you know, what I want to do is educate everybody in some type of way. And you know, and you know,
shout out to Will Love.
Yes, give it up.
Give
it up.
Well, I appreciate you shouting me out because my old lady said I shout myself out too damn. She was like, "You too damn cocky for me."
Hey.
I said, "Hey man, it was a process getting here, yeah."
Right.
I said a process. I'm like, "Hey man, shit. You grew up and you was told you wasn't gonna be shit and all that other shit." And I said, "Hey man, you look in the mirror, nigga, I'm something."
Listen,
the old people say it's a mighty poor dog won't wag his own tail.
Hey. You know what I'm saying? So, but speaking of what you were saying earlier, like, breaking the cycle, the change, and whatnot. I'm not fully there, but I can say I'm the generation that's actually, trying to do it, and yes, I am still repaying for some of the past mistakes and stuff like that. And one thing I got to tell my girl at times, my bed, I lay in it. I said, you know what? But I said, one thing, I'm not going to stop fucking fighting. So I said, you see a couple of grays in the beard? I said, it's because I'm still fighting. You know what I'm saying? But I said, I'm going to make sure I'm in tip-top shape to keep going. Because at the end of the day, these kids didn't ask to be here. But I do have a responsibility to love them. And I'm definitely going to make sure that they experience something greater than what I did at the end of the day. And it's tough. It's tough. And, one thing I can say without... And I'm telling everybody that without my faith in God, I wouldn't have been here.
Right.
I wouldn't, especially coming from where I come from in New Orleans. Like it's a war zone every day.
Yeah.
The shit that I seen, the friends I done lost, the family members I done lost. Is not like I would have never fathomed the fact that I'm able to do some of the things that I'm doing now, and I just know that he's not finished.
That's right.
But boy, dude, I tell you, it's motherfucking hard.
You hot?
Yeah, just thinking about just
no
thinking
black
about
folk draw heat.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the 2 shots of what?
Hey man, so I feel I do feel it's tough, and I feel I do understand people. A lot of people say I'm hard, but I feel like too. I'm like, yo, man, shut the fuck up and let's go get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
We can talk all day long, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
like I'm saying, I people have this thing. What's the thing about Black people understanding a role of a job in your life? So when I say that, I say, for instance, like, a job for me plays a certain role for me to get to my level of entrepreneurship. It's just stepping stones.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's just some people that just don't want to do right by a job, or they just don't want to get a job or a job, and to kind of help themselves out. Like they just kind of get
It's mindset. It's mindset.
That's mentality.
It's mentality, because my thing is this: if you see that so and so in the family wasn't doing X, Y, and Z, and so why they wasn't awarded an opportunity, so why would I be? You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got no positive role models around, that's a big deal.
My daddy wasn't shit,
right?
so I ain't gonna be shit. My mama wasn't shit, I ain't gonna be shit. Yeah.
It's like, when do you really wake up and take heed that, I ain't gotta be like them? You know what I'm saying? They my family. I love them and all, but but it takes a lot to be willing to step out. And people it's fear.
And I
fear
tell you,
the unknown is real.
And you know what? And it's not just fear of the unknown. It's Black folk that are absolutely scared of success.
Yeah.
They're absolutely terrified of being.
Oh no! Expound on that.
Yes.
Like let me tell you something. Success comes with responsibilities.
Yes.
And it comes with accountability. So to be a successful person, it's a lot of us that know that, we're going to have to develop thick skin. We're going to have to deal with a lot of criticism. We're going to have to, get some elbows grease in. We're going to have to really work. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of people afraid of the work. It's a lot of people afraid to take accountability for themselves and their actions. It's a lot of people afraid of responsibility, but it's a lot of people afraid of seeing their name up in lights.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But it speaks to the broken self-confidence in the collective low self-esteem of Black people.
Yep.
Like, the comfort zone is the easiest zone for a lot of people. And they stay in their comfort zone and die in it.
Wow.
But there are people who are actually, because they've been told their whole lives that, like, you ain't supposed to be successful. You see the crackhead, you see any drug addict, you see the alcoholic in your family, you see the thief, the one that keeps going to jail. That's the in you that's what's gonna happen to you. You know, there's nobody in these families telling us that doesn't have to happen. So for that, it creates a sense of fear. Like, you know, people look at that and say, okay, well, even as children say, okay, well, that's what I'm gonna become. That's what I'm supposed to be. You know, just let me get comfortable with that, and it take years, but they get comfortable with that. But then when they see something that's abstract to that, like as far as you being successful, you being a teacher, or either the actual idea of living out your dreams, that's scary for people.
Yeah, and see,
that's scary for people.
see, I fight for that all the time. So when I speak to my students, I tell them, I said, let me tell you something. I wasn't born with no silver spoon in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no crystal stairs in the projects or in a privately owned building complex I lived in. I said, I came from public school education, where everybody felt that at the time, New York City education was very poor at that time, back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So, but I tell them all the time, like, I was thankful for those that I had in my life that were positive role models, that I did see in the community that took heed to seeing that I was growing up, as you would say, differently. Instead of saying that I was fast, they took that as a positive, and they was educating me like, okay, Regina, you got a voice. You know what I'm saying? I see some leadership qualities in you. And I was thankful that those opportunities and after school programs and, people adults that was able to let me come under their wings. But there's not a lot of people doing that now, giving back to their communities. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, where are those role models at? Where are those people who have actually became doctors and lawyers and teachers and police officers and firefighters that came from these communities? Go back and be that vision for the person down there that you knew that don't have no one that's actually directly talking to them and showing them that, hey, I was here with where you at right now. I didn't have but peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I didn't have but pork and beans and Franks up in my house, and that was it. I didn't have but no frills, food labels in my cabinet. But let me show you how it can be if you do X, Y, and Z. Be that real with this new generation here, because they ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do that, trust me, it's going to change their mindset to say, and I tell my students straight up, let me tell you something. I was always taught that we should be living better than your parents lived, right? True. So I tell them, I said, so what is it that you want to be? And start talking to them early about planning out their future. Start telling them that, yes, you can be there. And I'm telling you, I am still very thankful to see President Obama had come into office as the first black president. I don't care what negative that people may say or see about him, because we don't know what he had to face being in that office. We can only assume. But just to see his presence, it did lift up us in the community, say that we can aim for that kind of level of excellence in that sense. So I was just like, wow, we finally had somebody else, because Martin Luther King is gone. Who's our next role model that's coming and stepping in line? And I uphold that family. I really appreciated the Obamas. And Michelle Obama was holding it down as a strong black female and caught a lot of flack for it. But I'm thankful that she stayed in that place, and she still was being that woman and showing that she can. So we was finally thankful and grateful that we had somebody. Yeah. Role models and being that walking life for somebody is important. In a positive note, because people role models too that's drug dealers. I'm not going to say they're not, because people idolize that too. People glorify a lot of that lifestyle. But if you can get someone in a positive role model, come back and come to the schools and really share what's your success stories and that walk to these kids. They are listening and they are hungry for that knowledge. Yeah. They need that, especially if they ain't getting that in their home. We owe that much back to our communities to give back and come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, y'all heard all that, man. We definitely got to come back and help. It's not all about being successful and just getting the fuck away or whatnot. And like I said, I think I definitely agree. It all starts with education. And just has to be in the school, but just even in the household, having those conversations or whatnot, man. So we're going to continue this lit ass conversation, all right. And I think we didn't even take our shot. I mean, we just got straight into the shit.
Positivity, right? Yeah, sitting up here drinking liquor.
So,
in the middle of the day,
it's
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes. somewhere, man. But we about to educate y'all with some good music, man. So we about to take a little break. Y'all bob your head to this music, man. We'll be right back with 2 Shots of Vodka podcast.
Yeah. Through to my side, come vibe on my side, be mine on my side, come wine on my side. I think you're perfect, I think you're worth it, I think you've got something different I've been searching. I think you're nervous, he's made you so mad. I think you should take a chance and show me that you can.
Yo, man, we back with 2 Shots of Vodka podcast. Man, that's all the hell I could say. From the first part of the podcast or whatnot. Y'all good so far?
We good. We good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Everything is everything.
Okay. So we didn't. We took shots. We didn't take our other shot. So Miss Graham over there is not taking a shot because we respect God. I just want to let y'all give it. I want to give you
straight up
the cup when it's over.
But it stopped on the brim. It stopped on the brim.
Yeah, it stopped on the brim.
Yeah. Bunch of drunkards. Yeah, drunkards.
Hey.
That was cranberry juice.
Ladies, I got a question.
Okay. What's up?
The hair business makes
You know what?
the hair business is worth $87.7 billion. The black community spends $1.1 billion annually on hair. Why?
We want to look good. Come on now.
Why?
I'm being honest.
You know what, man? Like, I think it's funny when we get asked that shit. Like, white women ain't wearing weave and shit.
Right. For years. Like, they really put us on to a lot of the stuff, like the layering and stuff. Come on, but we want to look good.
I think.
Correct me. I don't want to sound stupid, but wait. White women wear weave.
Yes, they've been wearing what?
Nigga.
Yes. Get out of the rock.
Man,
I'm going to say this because it looks natural compared to like with the black one. We know. Like,
Here we go with that stigma. What you trying to say? We ain't got Indian in our family. What you trying to say?
I want to know like what.
No, yeah. And listen, this is universal. Okay, weaves is for every woman and men. Let's not leave us out or leave them out. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like these brothers getting these quick weaves.
The quick weave. Listen,
I saw a lace front beard, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh yeah.
I done seen
they doing it.
Them getting their hairline threaded. What was that with like a tattoo? Yo, I done seen it all.
What about the cats with like it's the name of that, like they call it Beijing. I think the name of the dye is Beijing, but they call that shit Beijing.
Yo, okay. Come on now.
Man, Genuine, the singer Genuine made a mistake of getting his whole beard Beijing, man, and Black Twitter had their way with his ass because he looked really stupid. But anyway, as far as us and what we spend in
why is it so important though?
It's important because, for one, we, a lot of us, I ain't saying all of us, a lot of us like to look presentable to the so-called white society. Like, we've been taught that we can't look like ourselves and still be successful, or still blend in with everybody else, which we're not going to ever blend in with anybody. But like, I don't know, beauty is just a big thing for black women. It's always been a big thing for black women.
All the way back.
And we, we spend the money to look good, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm lazy sometimes, and I don't feel like doing my hair. So 2 cornrows is under the hairpiece. All right, period. I mean, listen, and if I got to pull Shantae out, which I'm doing tonight, this little Dorian, you know what I'm saying? Because this is when I got my hurricane here. Yeah, I give names and all. So, but it's a image thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that, not saying that I'm not comfortable within myself with my natural hair, but some of it's time consuming. Mm-hmm. And the easiest, but we want to look good. I mean that's
black women,
no matter what we're going through.
We like to look good and we like variety.
Yes,
plain and simple.
Yeah,
my hair might be. I got a Caesar cut today and tomorrow be down my back.
What?
That's what the fuck it is.
Hey, and it's available.
Gonna be that. So
it's available.
Hey. That's one of the things that's our wheelhouse.
Right.
We beauty is our thing now.
So what is it about? I can understand the hair. What about the makeup?
Here we go.
Listen,
Talking
come
to a
on.
makeup artist.
Come on. Right.
Talking to a makeup artist.
See.
Who's the makeup artist?
I am.
You're a makeup.
I
got beef. I got beef. I need to know.
Here we go.
Cause
What's your beef?
my beef is this. I'm cool. I'm cool if it's light.
Right.
Cool.
Like beat.
Yo, you can't be painting Beetlejuice. And this is Shantae in the club, and I bring her home, and a fucking sea monkey comes out the fucking bathroom because of your perfection or your work. And,
That's your fault. Your eyes was messed up. In the club.
No, we all know club lights.
Nah, we know.
And she look. I'm trying.
Well, I mean, like,
But you shouldn't be looking at that.
When you I like me myself, I love makeup. You know, I do love makeup. And I just think that, like, when it comes to whether it's light or heavy, it ain't no fucking body business. But
Right. We gonna be the glam squad.
Don't take that the wrong way. Now, don't take that the wrong way. But, like, you know what I'm saying? When we get made up, a lot of times that shit don't have nothing to do with what you see or what you think.
But wait a minute.
You know? But you make the choice to take these motherfuckers home, and then, you know, that's just,
But wait.
you know.
Aren't we sitting here with someone whose beard is like etched and groomed and arched and angles
He
and
fine,
cut?
y'all. He
Yes. So
fine.
why are you coming at what women are
It's
doing
a
out here?
haircut.
Okay, and it's our what? You want to be groomed, right?
I'm sorry.
Why are you not looking like Grizzly Adams today? Why?
I'm sorry. Painting your face like Bozo the Clown is not grooming.
It's grooming.
Hold on. All queens in Africa don't have access to this, but they have
That's
access.
not true.
But they are not doing this to go get Mbukwe from the woods. He coming with a stick on his penis.
How you know? Tribal, you know tribal stuff? Like,
think about them paints and things like
man,
that.
look,
Listen,
we
it
are
go all the way back.
Touché.
It go all the way, but it go back.
We are the originators of a lot when it comes to beauty.
But it goes back, and it's just, listen. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a double standard because y'all men know y'all feel good when y'all get groomed up.
And we ain't even gonna talk about the men that wear makeup.
Right. That wear makeup. Okay, and you gonna try to say that's for TV lighting? No, you doing this on the regular.
Man,
okay,
wait a minute.
Metrosexual is real.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, you see, they don't want me to flip it. You see what I'm saying? Getting their nails groomed, they get mani and petties too. What's going on? Why your toes up in the water? I mean, y'all need them in the water, but why they in the water?
When I was stationed with him in the military, man, I mean, he used to slay bitches like Darth Vader, but he kept cotton candy nail polish on his nails.
Beauty to the
Straight as an
gods.
arrow.
Beauty to the gods. Glare.
Oh yeah, cotton candy. You know, like the holographic nail polish. He kept his nails done with that.
Listen, but I like a groomed person if they're gonna look right. You know what I'm saying? So because another thing is, it builds up your image. It makes you feel good, and that's what a lot. I believe. I mean, yeah, we're going a little too far with some of this. You know, these eyelashes is about what? How many inches off your face? I get it, but if that's what you love and you want to spend it, and that's what your beauty, go out there and do it. Who gonna stop you? You know what I'm saying?
I just I don't know, and as it brings me to my next point too. At some point, I think it fucks with the self-esteem of some people
because
under the value of men or women. You know, a woman may not think she's as worth until she gets that Fenty line up or that MAC makeup and puts it on. Like there's a fucking hour-long YouTube video on how to put makeup on, and then I don't think
hundreds of them.
And see,
and I'm like, our skin is not built.
I can build to you with that because here comes the colorism, and I get what you're saying because I have a 15-year-old daughter and she has been having a hard time dealing with her darker skin. Excuse me, and I had to tell her like, you know, your black is beautiful, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? I said you don't even have to wear makeup if you don't have to because of the richness in the melanin and your skin. You know, but
I don't think as deep as y'all making it.
No, but I'm gonna be honest. When I had to be faced with that with my daughter, you know, that kind of really opened my eyes. Like, and I'm not a heavy makeup. I ain't even got nothing on right now. But if I'm going out, like, you know what I'm saying, I will put some on and get, you know, glammed up. But I get it because, you know, when she's dealing with it from a very, very light-skinned perspective to her dark skin and she feeling that she's not worthy enough because of her skin, that she feels like, well, I got to have this darker makeup on, eyeshadow, and this and that. And I said, sweetheart, love who you are. Love your skin. And she thinks that I'm just being mom. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, sweetheart, you have a beautiful complexion. but she sees it in the limelight of fashion industry, what is being accepted, that she's like, oh, I gotta have the long weaves, and we're debating about she wants eyelash or she wants, a mascara or this, and she's 15, but in social media or in watching Love and Hip Hop shows like that, automatically it gets in the mindset that that's the image of pretty.
Yeah.
And what she is as I'm trying to keep her natural, isn't.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm with some of it. Like for instance, like on your picture, your profile picture on Facebook is fucking beautiful. But you guys in person
Right.
are beautiful, just as same as those pictures.
What you trying to say? Did you see how you try to sell us that? I see how you try to clean that up, but I'm gonna
ain't trying to get jumped on the air. I don't want no problem.
Yeah.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no
on
smoke.
the Facebook picture, and then he's like, what you?
I don't want. No, I say you guys are equal. It's great.
I know.
But it's I can be wrong and educate me. I just feel like these businesses are preying on the self-esteem of some.
They
They are. Because they know.
people with low self-esteem tend to be lucrative because they
Right.
do everything they can to mask that. But makeup ain't totally about masking insecurities. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like my name is the face architect. What do? I build on your inner beauty. I only enhance what you got. I'm not trying to make your eyes blue or your
You
teeth
can't make
white.
it. You can't make it pit bull or a Shih Tzu.
No.
That's all I'm saying. I want to make sure.
Exactly. I got to work with the shit you bring in here. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's not as deep sometimes as the conversation gets when it comes to makeup, man. I really don't. It's what people like doing. I don't necessarily like it that thick. I want to look like me at the end of the day. And when you get out of my chair, I want you to look like you when you walked in here, just a little bit better. But I'm not trying to completely alter anybody's appearance.
I just don't want you, laying on my pillow and your face and stuff still on there, or you're looking like you're filled with embalming fluid. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus,
Look here, man.
Casket sharp. That's
Yeah,
not
you
cool.
just fucking- I don't-
What's
I
the
don't
matter?
need you. I don't need you
Casket
looking
sharp not good.
Yeah, I don't need you to look like Ernestine on Sunday. All right,
You are crazy as hell.
I'm just saying, but and I was a real stickler about it. And like I said, me and my girl have debates about it all the time. She's not a big makeup wearer, but we just constantly, just say, I'm like, fuck, like they making all this fucking money, all the fucking self-esteem of like
yeah.
some,
Yeah.
and they make you think
It's
you
a very
gotta get this
lucrative
color.
business.
It
man.
is.
And you know what?
Going dead for here now.
has a bad name.
Yeah.
It's a bad stigma because the thing now is we're gonna focus on the worst of the worst of everything
Right,
anyway.
right.
I mean, dynamic makeup artists out here just really enhancing the already beautiful features of women,
Yeah.
And it is a lucrative business. That's just the nature of it, Like if you can make me better, I'm gonna pay you to make me better,
Right.
and that's the approach people take when they hire makeup artists or when they go and buy products.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's just all about what you like, I mean, and I don't knock nobody. Like, I don't drink sweet tea, but I'm not gonna knock you for drinking it. So
Right.
it's ultimately all of what that person likes.
Now I've been called a fair shaker. I'm a fair guy, and I will put this back onto the men because men have things that devalue them or things that they put their all into, just like women with hair and makeup. And it was cars,
Man,
clothes.
Look, I'm glad you said
Cars,
cars.
yes.
'Cause I know,
Clothes.
look,
Putting
I'm
them
glad you
rims,
said
lights.
cars. I know a cat
listen.
that got mad with me because this nigga was behind on his child support.
Right.
And instead of paying his child support, this nigga went and bought speakers for his truck. And I was like,
Priorities, man.
yeah, I was like, man, like,
Can't hear that music in jail.
Right.
And then I asked him, I said, well, like, what's the point of it? He said, well, I'm only behind $90 on my child support. Pay that shit.
Right.
If that's the case, you know what I mean? Like, but then again, like we say, it's all on what a person likes. or
Because
whatever, so.
then too, some of these men, they go stand in line for these J's. They go they go out their way to get these loud cars with the loud music, and then 2 hours drive back. I'm like, yo, y'all just doing this for the women.
Yeah.
This on her.
But see, it ain't-
If a
ain't-
woman love a
Well,
Pinto
not all of them.
and
It
some
ain't
Reebok
like-
shoes.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Not all of them are doing it
Yeah.
for just the women. So let's remember that.
So what are they doing it for?
Oh God.
Well, hold on.
No, I'm sorry. There's down low brothers, so they're not just doing it for
They
the
doing
women.
it for the man.
So, okay, so let's just say you just, I have to give a little, guidelines here. Yeah, little wiggle room for those that's out there like, you know what I'm saying?
But then they really got dudes that'll go broke and spend their last, to look fresh.
Yeah, but in the defense of makeup wearers and makeup artists, we don't always do it for the men.
Right.
Sometimes our makeup ain't got a damn thing to do with you.
No.
And to do with men, nobody we dating, none of that.
Nah.
So just to
let me second that emotion. Can I second
level
that?
out the playing
Can I
field.
second that? Oh, sorry. Can I second that? Oh, excuse me.
Leveling out the playing field because I'm telling you, I don't go in Sephora, I don't go in Ulta and say I'm gonna get this foundation because I think my husband gonna like it. I don't give a fuck what he think. When it comes to that. Now, don't get me wrong, I end up buying wall paint, but you know what I mean. But I don't.
That's
he's
for
not on
our
my mind when I'm purchasing or wearing makeup, or doing makeup.
Is it stressful?
How do you mean?
Makeup. It's a job. It's
It can be. It can be because
I'm
like
not
I
a makeup
said,
wearer like that on a regular,
look,
so it would be. Yeah.
And like I said, like when someone sits in your chair, like I can only work with the shit you brought in here.
You can't make me look like Beyonce.
No.
Dang.
No. Like I've been broke my magic wand. I can't do that shit.
Dang.
No, but like I can only work with what you bring in here. It can be frustrating, but it can be a lot of fun and it can be very, very lucrative. You can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like
Please,
it's cats
come
making
on.
money. Like
Money.
I met last year. As a matter of fact, IMATS is going on this weekend right here in Atlanta. IMATS, the International Makeup Trade Show. I went last year in November, and I met the legendary makeup artist Sam Fine. Like I was absolutely fucking blown away. But the way he charges, and what he's getting paid, like people here on our level, they complain about paying a makeup artist $65 for per face, or $75, or $900 for a bridal party. Mm-hmm. Sam Fine is charging $1,400 a person.
Whoa,
per person, and I don't know if that's still his rate, but that was the number he threw out.
It probably went up by then.
Right.
And check this out. This the thing though. He does that, and he does a lot of celebrities, but he go on Walmart and get Black Opal makeup just like I do.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
Oh yeah. Like one of the foundations he recommended was Black Opal. I'm like, man, I got a drawer full of that shit. A kit full of that. You be thinking like, they charge that much because of product. Nah, man. It's all about the clientele.
Yeah. And then also
it's a lot of money
gotta
in
put
it,
a little
man.
bit more work in it.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess I kind of I definitely can see that because it's kind of like iPhone. We're kind of paying for the logo.
them damn
Right.
phones.
Oh yeah.
I heard it's $20, like $20 or something.
And they full
Just
of Samsung parts.
Jordans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the label
To make it,
off
take the
of
label
it,
off of
please.
it. Okay.
And that shit looks plain.
Listen, let's be
Shit
for
look
real.
like some shacks.
Right. Okay. Lee Shack. You know what? But
Those shacks out of Walmart.
Right. Straight hanging on
sold,
what?
Look, he done sold
Like, I don't
millions
remember-
of pairs.
Yes.
Nigga be like, I don't recall Jordan doing that move right there.
What?
So you basically saying is the clientele and basically kind of the name. Like he built his name up, so you kind of paying for the name like we're doing with Nike and shit. Like I'm paying for that for that logo.
And you know what, like the things you see on like Instagram, like the cut creases and all this, motherfucker putting a family portrait on their eyelid and shit like that. That's not what people are paying for.
No.
They're paying for plain Jane makeup.
Yep.
Plain Jane, 2 eyeshadow colors, 3 eyeshadow colors, a plain lipstick, just to enhance what they already have. So makeup is very, very broad.
And the nail business. Don't leave them out.
Oh
Yeah. Come on now. Come on.
it's very costly for me It's very costly. It's not the greatest place to sit in.
Yeah.
So I make sure I have something that's I'm going to get out of the deal if I go out and go sit in one of those.
You go in there with a
fitting
cotton.
all
Your
smelling
barbershop ain't short time either. I got sons that
Man,
something.
look,
And
don't even play with me. And I
for
felt y'all
real,
was talking about
like-
absolutely nothing one day.
And
Like I told
was
you.
surpri- I was
Absolutely
surprised.
nothing y'all was talking about.
I would surprise you. I'm one of the first guys that I do not enjoy sitting in there because for one, I don't have I may talk a little bit to my barber, but that's part about it. I don't go in there for the conversation. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
If I can, I'm what my girl and my friends call hood bougie.
Hood booty.
Yeah,
See?
I haven't
See?
had shit for a long time.
Bougetto.
Yeah, right.
I like that. But I'm
Right.
Bougetto.
I'm bougetto, so
Dang,
I haven't had shit growing up. So now that I got shit, I ain't going back.
Right. Hey,
Every underwater it is. Shit.
I'm glad you're honest though.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
I'm
saying?
gonna be. I don't do
That's what I
great
like.
value. What?
Right,
No.
right.
No.
Because I'm like, he's sitting
Yo,
over
Great
here.
Value need to work on them cereal though.
Ooh.
They need to work on that shit. Like straight up. I'm just gonna say that. Other than that, I
Yeah,
fuck
other
with
than
them the
that,
long way, but they
right.
need to work on
Remember
that
that cereal?
cereal
Yeah,
though.
what?
That shit.
This
like,
Ziploc bag is clutch though.
nigga, no.
Negative.
That shit
Negative.
tastes like dry cornbread.
Ooh.
Like, like what y'all doing? Like what y'all doing? Get somebody in there that can get that formula
get that
right for
formula
y'all.
right. And then we
'Cause,
plus, and then we
yeah,
100
that shit
get
gonna jump
you.
off the shelf.
Yeah,
but-
what? Then we
but for now,
100.
y'all
We got
fucking
you.
up.
Nah, yeah,
All right, hold on.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what was growing up? What was your favorite great value meal?
Like generic meal, like
Hood meal.
hood meal, like
Straight down and
one
dirty.
ingredient on the box meal.
Basically.
I love
We
this
used to get
Roni,
the no lie. We used to get the peanut butter that just said that motherfucker just said
Yeah,
peanut butter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we got that, and me and my brothers used to make hella cookies out of that shit. So like
Wait,
that
y'all
was
make cookies? I
yeah,
just
the peanut butter. I mean, you got to throw some other shit in there.
Okay.
You know, and the other shit you throw in there is like, the same shit with one ingredient on the bag. Like, but yeah, the peanut butter
Nah,
cookies,
give
man,
me
that
that
was my
government
shit.
cheese. Yo,
so cheap. But
the
no,
church
we
used to go to church, and the church would have a loaf of cheese.
But
Yeah,
what
man.
was your meal?
Meal.
What was your
We
Meal
made
wise,
macaroni and cheese out of that.
Okay.
I've always
We made grilled cheese sandwiches
Look,
out of that.
I've always
yo.
been a breakfast person. I eat
Listen.
breakfast any time of the day. So cheese
that's
grits,
Yeah,
bacon, sometimes fried bologna. I don't eat
right.
bologna no more, but sometimes fried bologna or
I had
whatever.
a fried
Yeah,
bologna.
breakfast,
That's spam.
breakfast foods
Come
all
on,
day
y'all.
long.
Don't leave out the
Especially
spam.
cheese grits. I'll eat that shit by itself.
Yeah.
Mine's just too. Always, even now as a vegetarian, my go-to is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh yeah. That's
And-
clutch.
And
That shit is clutch.
I don't eat it now, but my go-to when I was a kid, my mom used to always make cream style corn with sausage and
Man, I
rice.
hated that bullshit.
That fucking
fucking
shit.
hated cream
fucking-
corn.
My mom
That
ain't
shit
cook
is
no
like
cream
baby
style
puke in a
corn.
can.
Sorry.
That shit is
She ain't,
delicious.
nah, she
No.
ain't get no
With
cream
some
style.
rice?
No.
Nah, you can have that.
That's a hard pass.
We was right there with the PBJs.
Okay, hold on. I
that's
think I
cream
can get you
corn.
back.
Hard pass.
I can think I can get
Let's
you
see,
back.
let's
then.
see,
I think I can
let's
get you
see,
back.
let's
With
see,
three, the pork and beans and weenies.
Yo, who
Hey,
you talking
let's do
about?
that.
Come on.
Either
on.
you cut up
Yeah,
like
cut up.
spicy sausage in that shit
Listen,
instead of the
listen.
weenies.
Oh my god.
Me and my son still eat that shit right now.
Hey,
Yeah, why
in
not?
2019.
Why
we
not?
eat that shit.
Nice and hot. I gotta have
Yeah,
it
man.
real hot.
Something
it gotta
quick.
be hot.
Real
It
hot.
gotta
Quick,
be hot.
yeah.
Real hot. Real
Oh my
quick.
God.
Cut them. Yo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when we didn't have money, just to get the like 80
Yeah,
cent pack
come
of
on.
wheat,
Yeah,
man.
man.
The
Yo,
pink
listen.
meats.
Little $4
You-
pack
we
of
knew
wings.
how to survive.
Fry them bitches up.
Yeah.
Egg salad sandwiches was always on the money.
Ugh,
Listen,
gross.
nah, because that's all we had.
I hated
If we had a
mayonnaise.
bunch of eggs up in the house, that's all we had to eat. Listen,
What was the nastiest thing you guys had as in your childhood? Like you was like, I can't believe I fucking tried that shit.
The nastiest thing, anything for me, I hate mayonnaise. Any fucking thing with mayonnaise in it, I can't stand. And then, like, I grew up in the country, so we grew our own vegetables and everything.
Just
I
say you
hate-
don't like white people.
No, no. You said that, not me. But that and rutabagas. I hated
That's what I was
rutabagas,
gonna
man.
say.
I
What's
fucking
that?
hated that shit.
Rutabagas
It's like it looked like a turnip, but
Yeah,
it's
I
not really
can't
a
get
turnip,
that.
and
I
it's
can't
got a
get the
really weird
rutabagas down.
aftertaste, man. And like a lot of times, like, you know, my grandma and my mom will cook them, and you come in and they cook them with neck
Yeah,
bones. So when you
yeah.
come in and you thinking it's potatoes,
Yeah.
you dig into that shit as rutabagas, man. I
yeah.
hated
It's
that
just
shit.
it's
I
just
hated it.
Wow.
I hated it.
Yeah. I
Miss
can't
Gina,
get that
what was
down.
the nastiest thing you had?
I don't eat any fried eggs or scrambled eggs and stuff like
What
that.
Are
the
you
fuck?
I
kidding?
only eat boiled
What?
eggs. It's the texture. I can't get that down.
Yeah, we gonna get
serious.
you over to the Nigga Improvement
No,
Association.
Snatch the black card. Yo, I can't even get an omelet
Before we
down.
take your card,
Yo,
we
right,
gonna
I
get you over
can't
to the
even-
Nigga Improvement
I
Association.
can't even listen. I'm
'Cause you-
serious. I
nah,
can't even do an omelet. Like I can't. The
Are you
texture.
serious?
Listen, if I have French toast and I see the egg, I'm not eating it.
Oh
It has
my
to be
God,
off the
are you
edges.
serious?
Can't see it. If it's boiled eggs, I'll tear it down. Any kind of other egg other than that, I'm not.
So you the type when you eat your collard greens that juice can't hit that corn.
No, I can't. Yo, I saw somebody plate. Listen, somebody had a plate on Facebook, and I mean, it was like so much juice.
Man, they be
on
having
the bottom.
struggle plates on Facebook.
I was like,
Struggle
I can't
plates.
eat that. All that juice can't be all over.
So hold on, I'm gonna get back to the
No.
plates. I'm gonna tell y'all the worst thing I had was 2003. I was 13 years old, and we was living in Mississippi. My mom was getting WIC for my little brother, and she brought home the brown bag, and they had powder milk.
Oh God, we
Yeah.
ain't never used that shit.
No, but see,
never.
and,
That
never.
shit.
We'll use canned milk before we
that
use powder
shit,
milk.
If you can imagine what Invisible tasted like, that's what the fuck it fucking.
This
tastes.
shit tastes like air.
This shit tastes like yesterday.
No, and the sad part is that I was lactose intolerant as a kid, so my mom did. I was on
Hell
powdered
nah.
milk.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was younger, yeah.
No, bro.
But I mean, I still would drink like that lactate milk. I can't do still. So, but she was like, "Yeah, I grew up on powdered milk." So.
And I'm lactose.
I
I'm
don't remember
lactose too.
that
So I do.
experience, though.
I do almond milk. Have you tried almond milk?
Yeah, I tried the almond still.
You
I
can't.
hit
do it?
cashew,
But
I only
listen,
drink almond milk now. But I
I'll
hear
get
cashew
1%.
milk is better than almond. So
Really? Okay,
my
look.
thing is, I want to try that. I haven't tried it yet. Though.
Clutch's Pearls. Where do you purchase cashew
Here,
milk?
look, here we go. At Bougie.
Yes, sir. We.
Well,
Yo.
I mean, they got cashew milk in Walmart, like
Oh,
Food
nah,
Lion or whatever.
well.
Like, nah, y'all niggas in
Well.
there getting that regular milk, that cow milk. Y'all don't see the shit.
I said 1%.
It's in there. It's in there.
I
Y'all
get
niggas be
1%.
focused on the cow milk.
It's
Like,
in there
no,
where?
in
Where's
there.
that? Next to
Hey, it's with all the rest of the milk.
Oh yeah.
I was like- I
I'm
was-
gonna go. Look here, go. Oh yeah.
I was laughing at my best friend, and we was talking about milk, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I love the full fat and 2% and skim milk," and I was just like, "You fucking disgust me."
Right.
That shit is fucking.
Nah, but I like 1%. I do 1%.
You do
Nah,
1%.
that shit like somebody take an empty milk jug, run some water in that
You know
shit,
what? Listen.
and there go your 1% milk, because that's what that shit is like.
Listen. I got an extra week with the 1%, so y'all go ahead with that.
What was growing up? What was that nostalgic snack?
Shit, easy. Peanut butter and jelly, man.
Peanut butter and
I
jelly.
love chocolate
Fried
chip.
bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
That was your snack.
Yeah, like shit, because that's all we had. We couldn't afford fruit roll ups and shit like that.
You know what?
Oh well, I feel a little privileged.
I
We
had-
had gushers.
Well, you Bougetto, so
Yeah, so-
Excuse me.
Sorry, I had the
Self-declared.
Nestle Toll House warm cookies being cut
Ooh.
and baked in the
Okay.
oven.
here come
Yeah.
these high class.
So I was really, enjoying that.
Well, mine's is
That was on a good day when she got paid on Friday.
my nostalgic, which I haven't had in almost over 10 years, is a cold cup. I don't know if you guys know what a cold cup is.
Wait a minute, hold on. So you say a cold cup.
Yeah.
Now
What's a
I'm
cold
gonna
cup?
tell you, black folk all over America call that shit something different.
Right. I'm like, what's a cold cup? Freeze pop- what's
let
the
me
cold
tell
cup?
you,
Italian
like
ice?
no, it's not like Italian ice. You make this in the house. Now he said cold cup, right?
Yeah.
I'm from Georgia. We call that shit a thrill. Here in
what?
Charleston, a thrill, right?
What's it, chili beer here?
Hey, look, I was
Come
just
on,
about to say
man,
Charleston
get outta
people say
here.
chili bear.
Man, listen. In New York, we just call it, I don't know, frozen cup.
Yeah, like
Kool-Aid,
see
frozen
every-
Kool-Aid.
they-
You know
yeah,
what I'm
Miss-
saying?
And
cup.
in Mississippi,
And he-
they
what
called
you-
it. In Mississippi, they called it an iceberg.
Man, that's why I remember
Yo,
I posted
see,
something about that
uh-uh.
on Facebook, and it was like 100 different names.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
oh,
everybody.
since we're doing
You
that,
just said frozen Kool-Aid.
So
You know, just-
a can of Coke, we call it cold drinks. What do you
No,
guys-
that's
Now
Coke.
the old folks
Soda.
where I'm from call it cold drink or cool drink.
Okay.
It's just soda.
We had
But
soda. It's
I
just
know
soda.
folks from a lot of
That's
folks
just
from
like-
like
That sounds
Midwest
so
and the
good.
Now,
North.
like,
They
we
say
got
pop.
heroes and people talking about hoagies and subs and all that. When
But a gyro.
Nah, we call it hero, Hero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it was a
thinking like
hero up
gyro.
there.
Like, no.
Nah. It was heroes up in New York.
Okay.
Ain't no subs and no hoagies and nah.
I mean, well, you know.
I had to come down here. Excuse me, can I have a sub, please?
Well, I mean,
We say sub. We talking about the subway. We transit.
Yeah.
Up in New York.
So let me I think some of my people listening back home can appreciate this. Well, how about I do and you guys can tell me if you guys relate to some of the names we call certain things.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So
This
for
shit
us,
is-
Right.
about to be wild.
So,
Right.
a
Because y'all weenies just threw me because we do hot dogs. Sorry.
You didn't. Oh, so y'all.
No, weenies. When I got down here, and I'm still like, no. It's either we had sausages or we had hot dogs. That was it.
I mean, and then the
What?
technical term for it is wiener, but black
Like,
folks
I'm
say
gonna tell you
wieners.
right now, it was hot dogs. Everything, no matter how short or thick, the long or the length. No, it was a hot dog. Yes.
Okay, so in New Orleans, aluminum foil is aluminum foil.
Furl
No, aluminum foil.
for aluminum foil,
Aluminum
aluminum foil. Like we
Alumina. It's
black
aluminum
folk,
foil.
from where I'm from, they take the front part
Right.
off and add the end, so it's aluminum foil,
Yeah,
not aluminum foil.
Nah, we had aluminum foil.
Okay, the sink was the zinc.
the sink.
The sink.
Sink, yeah.
No, I know.
Sink.
I heard of the zinc.
Get them
down
dishes
here.
out that sink.
No, it's the sink.
It's the zinc.
No, we put the S on
This
it.
uppity
Sorry.
Negro.
Yes, we were. It's sink.
It's sink.
With it.
Your auntie was Titi.
No, aunt.
Aunt.
That's my aunt
down here.
That's my aunt.
That's
I
Titi
remember-
Janet right there.
Ain't.
No, my aunt. It was
best.
just
Like
aunt.
if they were like from the older generation,
Aunt.
like a great aunt or something like that, we say you ain't or auntie.
No, it was aunt.
But like for the most time, it's aunt.
It was aunt.
Okay. Grandpa was Pawpaw.
It's just grandpa.
This
It's grandpa.
Damn, y'all said all that shit?
Yes.
22
D-Dad.
words.
Now, well,
D-Dad.
like, you know-
we say D-Dad sometimes, but
Well,
Grandpa
who?
was D-Dad.
D-Dad?
Well, it was grandpa.
But
You know,
grandpa,
our Caucasian brethren down here in the
Yes.
South say pawpaw.
Yeah, we ain't say no
Yeah,
pop. What?
we don't say that.
No.
So for grandma, y'all don't say mama?
No. What?
We call our grandma mama.
Well,
I
we
call
call
my
her
mama
mama.
mama, but
Yeah, or
our
Nana.
grandma was mom or
Or
either
Nana.
mama. A nana. Yep.
Yeah, Nana.
Yep.
Oh, Big Mama. You know, that's the
The-
real. She did it all now.
The fruit orange is orange.
No, orange.
Orange.
Sorry. We
Once. I know people
we
that say
orange.
from Georgia that say once.
We orange.
What?
Wow. Nah, we
Yes,
orange.
Once.
It's orange.
It's once.
Orange.
Or orange juice.
It's
the orange
orange.
juice pull.
Orange juice.
Oil in the car. Earl.
Earl.
Oil.
Earl.
I don't
Oil.
Uncle
Oil.
Earl.
Oil.
Earl.
Change that Earl.
Change that Earl.
Change that
Yeah.
oil.
That sounds...
Y'all already,
Country
come on,
is-
you already know. We ain't, no.
Monkey Earl. That's what they call Old English. Instead of monkey or monkey
Sorry,
Earl.
we say oil.
White people out there right now. What are these niggas?
What are they saying?
What are
Oil.
No, they're taking notes because you know
Right,
everything.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
these motherfuckers
Get the
copy,
book.
so
Get
they
the
taking
book. Get the
notes.
book. Nah, oil.
Sex.
Fucking.
Doing
doing
it.
it. Doing it.
Fucking.
Hard.
Doing it.
Long.
It was doing it.
Fucking.
It was doing it. Y'all doing it?
All right, before we get into
Y'all
this-
doing it?
b-
That's how we. Yo, y'all doing it? Y'all doing it nasty?
Look, when we was kids, it was doing it. When
Yo.
you get grown, it's fucking.
All right, hold on.
Yo,
So let me,
y'all doing it?
Let me ask you this. Honesty moment.
Right, right.
You ever
You ever?
heard your parents fucking?
Man, I walked in on my mom, my
Whoa.
stepdad, and that shit
No.
scarred me for life.
Nah.
Whoa.
No.
That shit. God, that brought back some horrible memories.
Nope, nope,
You know?
nope, nope.
I found
Yeah.
naked pictures of my mom.
I gotta go. It's
I
been
gotta go
fun.
see.
It's been real.
It's been real. What time is? Nope.
I found naked pictures of my mom, and then I was in the third
Your
grade.
mama was wild.
What?
Yes, very much
You the
so.
only son? You the only child?
Hell, fuck no.
Is she taking naked pictures? Nah, he ain't the only one.
Mama fuck no.
said-
So me and my little sister, we laugh about it. We're 2 years apart. She's 2 years under than me, and she kept the pictures in a white box. That
Your mama?
Yep.
Yeah, mom. She kept it in a box that had like all our, stuff we used to make her in school. You know, the macaroni.
No,
cards.
Your mama kept
No,
it
she
with
didn't.
keepsake shit?
What?
Keepsake
Girl,
shit.
there go.
Well,
there-
your mama is on some other
Hold on.
shit.
Hold on. She's on some other shit because when we found
She
it,
knew
my
y'all
sister-
wasn't going in that box.
No, we went in a box. We went in because she always left.
Nosy.
She
That's what
always
you get.
she was always at work. She was
Nosy.
always at work.
Always at work.
So when
Nosy.
when I saw her and I ran, and her boyfriend at the time had naked pictures. So I saw what he was
Working with.
working with.
And what you said, that ain't me. Sucker.
That ain't my daddy.
That ain't my daddy. mother. Look, he lied.
Feel sorry for his sons.
Yeah, I know, right?
But hell, the funny part was, we were moving out. My mom found the box and said, "Hey, I got you guys cards in here." And me and my sister leaned in, and we kind of made eye contact, like yeah,
already been in
bitch,
it.
show us what's in the fucking box. We know right where we put the pictures on. And she looked and found. She shuffled the pictures, and she shuffled it real fast. Said, "Oh, look at this, y'all. This is a fake booty, y'all. This is a picture of a fake booty."
Your mama?
She lied to us. And me and my sister said that we never looked at her. We never looked at her the same.
Your mama was wildin', boy.
My mama had me at 16, by the way. So she had, you know, so
She was
life was running on her. So
Yeah.
I mean, she was in her exploratory phase.
yes, that's it.
yeah. And you know, but I can honestly say, growing up, it was probably only about 4 guys until I was probably about 16. So it was respectable. She's
That's
outside
good.
the house. I don't know, but I mean, as far as her
what?
bringing,
I mean,
around,
that's what you need to
good.
know.
That's
That's
good.
what you
But
need to
I-
know.
So you need to know.
But as a kid, you know, I used to get mad because I heard her fucking one time. I was, you know,
She was doing the nasty.
in my room, and you hear the do.
That's
And you
Time
put
for the percolator.
and you got your ear to the wall, and you crying, and you sitting up there, so you like, fuck this, I'm about to put an end to this, and you go knock on the door, mama,
Get your ass.
Done.
mama,
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm cleaning up, I'm coming out, and bitch, it's 12 o'clock at night, you ain't cleaning up.
Mama gotta have a life too, Jody.
Right.
I guess.
Yes. Haterade.
I guess.
I mean, like I see, like
And the nigga come out the room smoking his cigarette with a wife beat on.
she did what she was supposed to do. Then
Nigga, you heard that nigga? That's how you fuck a motherfucker, nigga. Bitch, wait a minute, nigga. You wait a minute. That's my mama, motherfucker. Wait a minute, nigga.
bring it. Oh my god!
And you see why I'm in the
That what they doing in New
LGBTQ
Orleans?
community? Listen,
Hey.
you see why I'm in the LGBTQ community? We're not coming out having that conversation.
Hey, but
Look, we're not having that.
but off me, how important is sex in a relationship?
That shit is of the utmost importance.
If you was to give a percentage, what percentage would you give sex?
I'm gonna give about a 90%.
Oh, you can.
No,
You
I
didn't
ain't
even
going.
no room
No, I
for
ain't going.
financial.
I
I
ain't
said
going.
10. Look, I left
No,
10%.
no.
I'm joking. I
See.
I mean, oh God, sex is
I don't
very
call it
important.
sex. I call it soulmate.
Man, if you don't get up
I don't
and get
call
the
it
fuck out of here
sex.
with that, like,
I
look.
call it like sharing of souls.
You call it sharing. I like
So
that.
every time you sharing souls,
No,
because sometimes
that's
I
who
might
I'm-
make
no.
love, but most times I'm fucking.
I'm making love.
I'm just telling you.
Now we know the difference
So
of when and
even in a
who.
marriage, it's like it's considered. There's
yeah,
not
those
that
are not-
Maxwell.
I mean,
moment.
look, I ain't gonna indulge. Divulge
Right.
too much, but I mean, like, I just you supposed to enjoy it,
The
and I mean, the
nasty
percentage
cry.
is really on.
The nasty. Excuse me.
Stupid. But as far as a percentage, like it's very important. I think people need to stop pretending it's not
Right.
important.
That's not out. I like that. I take that.
Yeah, like it counts for a lot. Now, 90%, no, that was a joke, but
Yeah.
like it counts for a
Yeah, it
lot.
do.
I think people need to stop pretending
intimacy
that it's not as
is
important,
very important.
as it is.
Is there a problem with too much of it?
No.
Well, as long as y'all taking care of what y'all need to take care of. But no.
What you mean too much?
It's never too much. It's just making sure that y'all are, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So it's never too much.
No.
Too little?
Yeah, because then that starts to,
Yeah.
wander out and your mind starts to play. Your mind's playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
What's
You
the
gotta have it's an intimate moment between you and y'all.
Getting too
Like,
deep, Alpha.
I mean, come on now.
It's just fucking.
No,
leave it at
it's
that.
not. It's not just that. But
Come
I mean,
on
like,
now.
I think it should be as normal a conversation, a normal as occurrence as like drinking water or going to the
Yeah.
movies or some shit like
So you
that.
should be open with your partner and say,
Right.
hey, look, let's do this.
Let's-
this.
right.
Yeah.
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 What's the biggest misconception in the black community about sex?
That women don't suck dick. Straight up. Straight up.
I didn't catch that
I don't.
disclaimer,
I don't.
that PSA. Please, I didn't know what that
PSA,
letter.
I don't.
I didn't know what that letter was.
Yeah, like I'm like we need to stop front like
I
we
don't
don't
knock
do
no
that
one,
because
but
we do. Some of us have
some-
perfected it.
And you know what? And I guess I kind of see. I guess I kind of can
Mic
see
check.
what you're saying now because now the new narrative now is eat the box or
Yeah.
eat the booty.
Well, listen.
Yeah, and
That's kind of the thing.
And yeah, that's, I don't think that should be as stigmatized as it is because growing up you taught that
Yeah.
a woman that does that is
Right.
lewd and just out there like a Jezebel. But no, man, if you ain't sucking dick, somebody is. So
True.
yeah.
Why?
And second, again, why I'm on the LGBTQ spectrum.
Okay, well you can't
I'm
participate
not
in this particular,
participating in this part of
and
the
that's
situ-
okay. So
No, she
But back in the day, it wasn't one of my preferences. But I don't knock anybody.
Why does sex cause a lot of relationships to fail?
Because for one, I mean to not be, I heard on the radio one time Dr. Thaddeus John Bell from here, right? And he said something along the lines of like, you shouldn't just be having sex, you should be having good sex. It is important to your overall health. And
I know you do burn
Thaddeus.
calories. I do get a good
Come
one.
yeah,
on,
but like
Thaddeus.
I mean for the like hormonally,
Yeah.
like you
That's
need
what
to
I
be
said.
having. You
So
don't.
when I was talking deep, it was too much with the soulmate. But here you coming with. Girl,
Look here, let me tell you something.
bye.
Don't
Girl,
argue with
bye.
science. Don't
Yeah,
argue with
never-
science.
oh,
cuz.
never that. That's
Don't argue
right.
with science. No, but like hormonally, yeah. Like I mean, it's a stress reliever. Like we joke about that, but it's a stress reliever. Like
Yes.
it's really good for you hormonally. Like I think we get to. Sex ruins relationships when it's not an understanding about sex. You know what I mean? Like we don't have no mutual understanding about, how often you want to have it and how often I don't want to have it or whatever the case may be. Like I think that aspect of sex causes relationships to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody gonna step out. Somebody going somewhere to get what they need because it's just like drinking water.
So a woman or a man should be able to come in the house and say, "Hey, eat my pussy today." Oh, hey.
No.
suck my dick.
I mean
I want some head today.
See
That's when
that
you
goes
get
back
hit
to
in the
the mature understanding of y'all sex life.
Y'all
as
don't
a
even have to
couple.
speak it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just be able to. That's what I said about that kindred souls and stuff like that. You should be able to just be like, listen,
Yeah.
what's
It's
up?
an understanding.
Is
like,
that you ain't got it.
yeah, like
You shouldn't even have to ask. You ain't even.
You don't-
It's
it's
certain
certain
things.
things
It's
now.
certain things. Like I think we
But
have
be
to,
right.
we have to be giving as lovers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And be
Like,
open about what you want at that moment, but you shouldn't even have to come in and be like, how you just said, like, yo, no, it should be able to be like a look or feel or however, even from a touch.
Or either like some sort of little inside joke from past sexual encounter between y'all.
With nobody,
two.
like, it could be a
like
room
you know
full
what I
of
done
people.
to you last week.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Shit
right.
like that.
Nonchalant.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be lewd.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like I came home for lunch
Or
to get my dick
disrespect.
sucked. Like, no, you ain't got to do
that
that.
disrespect turning
Yeah.
into domestic violence kind of, yo, are you serious right now? Like, what? That's when it starts to turn to, it's not pleasurable, it's not enjoyment because it
Okay.
feels forced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then it goes to other levels.
Understanding.
Yeah, so if you got that y'all gotta have that kindred, I'm sorry, that intimacy plays
connection.
into that and that connect. Yeah.
And I say, and I do always have this philosophy. I always say, like in a relationship, in most aspects, somebody's always doing a lot of giving, and somebody's always doing a lot of taking.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because black folk don't know nothing about balance. We are some extremists. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Like it's
All
women that think they supposed to always be on the bottom, or they always supposed to be getting oral sex, and they should never give it.
Yeah.
It's men that think that we should never give oral sex. Like it's grown ass men in their 40s and 50s thinking like they are sucking because they eat pussy, and that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And I
we
think
don't
it's
know nothing about balance.
And I just think it probably starts from just communication, man, just talking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it.
Just
Communication is the key to a lot of things.
Yeah. So, the workplace. So you guys have respectable jobs.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Guys, obviously love what you do.
No, I wouldn't say.
I love what I do.
I love what I do
Now the
outside
pay
work,
could be
but-
better,
I'm fucking
For the
with you.
teachers, y'all. but I love what I do.
I'm with you. Good for you. But some of us ain't hit our dreams yet. The shit that we actually want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
But two, when you think of the phrase workplace slavery, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, nine times out of 10, that person is at a job that they don't like.
Right.
And it feels as grueling as slavery, but can we say that if we've never experienced slavery? But, that's just a very inflated comparison. But 9 times out of 10, that person is in a job that they absolutely hate, but they are a slave to it because it pays the bills or it satisfies some other need in their life. So, yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah, you got to be. If anything, if you can be, and I know that's not for everybody, but if you can be passionate about it, then that's the best route to be. So it doesn't feel like work, Especially if I have. They really want us at the job almost 99% of the time teaching. So, because the kids are showing up. So, but reality, like we went back to before, making sure we have mental health days and things like that. Yeah, but you need to be passionate about it because you're going to want to go that extra mile to really give to those kids that sometimes don't want to be there.
But let's take it lightly though. Let's go ahead and look at it from the aspect of, look, I'm going to work, I'm going to get a check. Bitch, stop acting like you're going to die for this shit.
Yeah.
There's just some people that just go to work and they just, hey, they're not even the manager. What time did you come back from lunch? Your lunch seemed like it's kind of a bitch ain't had nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Fuck you wearing, boy. The fuck I tell you came back.
Yeah. Somebody clocking your time.
Somebody, some motherfuckers are always working on a promotion that they ain't gonna never
get. They ain't gonna never get. They telling, they were always reporting some shit. Like, motherfucker, you only wear this badge till 5. I would knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, like, motherfucker, you don't live here. I'll catch your ass in Walmart.
See, that's a difference from job culture now, see.
Okay.
See, now job culture will have you ready to strangle a few folks.
Yeah.
The job itself may be the passion that you enjoy. So the culture of that job can be stressful. That you don't want to show up every morning or show up every day or deal with
like slavery.
or deal with the people, you know what I'm saying, that you maybe in the next classroom or whatever. Yeah, it can get, sometimes.
But why do people leave most jobs?
People, to me, it's various reasons. Like, some people are brave enough to pursue their dreams. So they quit a job with 100% faith in themselves, and a lot of them become successful.
Yeah.
Other people leave for other reasons, find better jobs.
Yeah,
I'm dealing with the same shit, but I'm getting paid more.
Yeah.
It's different reasons. It's different.
Some of it is just overpowering of the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're doing things like, you just seem like or that same mentality, like, I ain't never getting out of this position. I'm not growing up the ladder. This is all, it's day in and day out. Wear and tear messes with people, like, you feel stuck.
Yeah.
So you like, you know what, I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying?
Should work be stressful?
To a certain extent, it should give you that stimulation that you actually work, and nobody should. I don't think you should be coming to work.
I really don't.
But not to the point where
You taking it home?
Where you taking it home, or it's really wearing on you. So I won't put too much as full stress. It should feel like work though. It should feel like, at the same time, like I said, I enjoy teaching. It's my passion. But the stress that comes in, because of the simple fact that I know that I need to push these students to where they need to be. So that's where I could say that stress will come in, because I may not see them giving their 100% at that moment. But
I want to ask, why do they have those bosses that feel like this is an all in be all, like, yo, you must die for this shit, like how we go back to taking these days off, and black people are scared to fucking call in, because Bob then came in and he had walking pneumonia, so my child,
fuck Bob,
literally, but it's like, why are there people like that, like those people that's just like, yo, like, this is not even your company, like, why are you going so fucking hard?
See, when you change that, then I get it, because before, if it was their company, I can understand where their vision and their passion, but other people,
these overzealous people that, like, I know I encountered it a lot. Well, I was in the Army. You get people who, really were, in their eyes, nobody out here in the civilian world, And so it's so easy to earn a leadership position in just about any branch of the military. Now, you can get tested or whatever, but it's pretty easy to get a leadership position, even though you're not leadership material. So people get into those positions and they get just overzealous about certain things, like, and it's all about control. I couldn't control people bullying me in the streets, but I can control these people under me. And now I'm just gonna get incredibly fucking stupid with the subordinates.
So it's like more like a personal issue then.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10 it's a personal issue. And now if they're in like middle management, there is some pressure from upper management.
Right.
Depending on the industry. But for the most part, like from what I've seen, my experience is because it's people dealing with an inferiority complex.
Yeah.
Why they being held on certain people in the workplace or whatever. It's not necessarily because they being mandated to be that way. It's because, they trying to scratch some itch that the people working for them don't have nothing to do with.
Right.
So,
so from a past experience, in my past, I was a store manager for Aaron's rent-a-own company. Okay, it's a very conniving business.
Oh yeah,
it's a very thriving business also. You can't make a lot of money not starting out, but once you get to the plateau that I crossed as a store manager, I understand that trickle effect.
Yeah.
Once I became a store manager, made money, I had people under me, and it's pressure from both sides. There's two sides to it.
Yeah.
You have to sell, you have to collect. All right. So let's say, for instance, Miss Graham, I give you a sofa. Sofa is $99 a month. I got you on a lease for 12 months. Okay. I have you. You are working in my account department. All right. I sold it to you, made an agreement. You said you're going to pay me on the first of the month, $99. All right. That's what these are the penalties and everything if you don't pay, late fees, if I got to come to your house and all this other shit, whatnot. All right. So here you go. You made 4 payments in a row. You're late. 5 days. Got something came up. All right.
Yeah.
Got to send my dog on you to call you. Wait, you're not answering the phone the first 5 days. All right. Better come knock on your door. All right. So there is what they call a closing percentage. A closing percentage means basically I have to close out a certain amount of accounts by a certain amount of time. Okay. So between the 1st and the 15th at the end of the month, you have a closing percentage. Means you have to get a certain amount of people to pay. There was pressure from upper management. My manager was like, "Hey man, you gotta get your numbers down. All right, motherfucker. We've been knocking at the door. All right, went to the job, and if they tell us don't come back to the job, you can't come no more. I done made fake threats and promises that ain't gonna never fucking happen, whatnot. One thing I always said was, as a manager was I never did the one thing why people love me was because I didn't do no trickle down effect. Just because I got my ass chewed, I'm not about to sit here and that's not that's not
counterproductive.
Yeah. But also, I had to sell the shit. I had to collect the money on the shit too. But I do see the pressure, of it. What they do. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, I used to get these questions. Like, my question was, why? They used to say, he used to ask me, "Wait, Will, it's Wednesday, man. You only got 2 sales. What's going on?" My reply was, "It's raining. It's Wednesday. It's 11 o'clock. People are at work. Well, you need to try to get these sales up, man. What do you want me to do?" I think at that moment, after that conversation happened, I definitely say, retail is not fucking for me.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's hell, man. Yeah. It's hell.
I can't sell.
Now, some people can knock that stuff out. Some people just got that hunger, that gift for the gab too. So
man.
And don't get me wrong, I won awards and I did it. I had the gift for the gab, and I would get you a TV with a Blu-ray player, a sofa, and all that shit all in one. Right. And then about time next month, your bill come around, you're like, why the fuck did I agree to pay this?
Exactly. Right.
Exactly. But then too, it was like, I felt bad. And I definitely had to get out of it because it became a moral issue. Because I'm taking advantage of my people.
Right.
Because that's all it is.
Yeah. With a place like Aaron's, don't not with poor black folk coming out.
Yeah. So I definitely didn't I had to get out of it. I didn't respect it. Learn some things, met some people or whatnot throughout it, and it was some fucking fun times and shit. But it's just like, there are a lot of fucking companies out here that just don't give a fuck. And like for me to sit in the seat and actually see that shit from the front, row, like these motherfuckers are like they are out. Yeah. They are out to fucking get you, man. Speaking out to get you, do you ladies twerk?
No.
Huh?
Right. That was out.
I know it's
Now I dance,
Huh?
but I don't know.
because twerking is the new
How
twerking,
we go from talking about renting
Right.
home furniture to twerking?
I think he has.
that's basically how
No,
we doing this.
I pretty much don't. No, I mean I
And I
two-step.
know you ladies are too old to twerk, but I said this because
Excuse you?
see too
Oh shit!
you're too young to twerk.
See, now you about to have me right.
No, it's
was
the
doing
new.
good.
No, it's the new. It's the new fad. It's the new thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about black women? You know, every time we're getting introduced these women backside first. The Meg the Stallions, the Cardi
I was getting ready
B's.
to say, I love my girl Megan.
What talent does she have?
I really don't.
She's a very explicit dancer. So,
I really don't have no answer for that. You know, I think like
everybody entitled to their.
yeah, we can go deep with that because
Yeah.
I mean like the first when it came to twerking, the first person you named, the first group of people that twerk you named was black women.
And
that's kind of stigmatizing.
That
you know.
was. So we may have to.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't knock nobody for dancing or even that. Like you know,
career
but
goals.
you know, I don't know. I just don't have no. I don't have no feelings. I'm indifferent. I don't have no feelings about it. You know.
To each his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
So y'all just don't care. We don't.
I mean, it's not that we don't care.
It's
I mean,
just-
you know.
I'm not gonna put my sister down. That's what she's doing, and that's how she's making her bag. I mean,
Even in
because
that.
some of them are doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they listen.
Even in that, I'm not engaged.
And I guess
You
I
know?
get over analytical because I go to thinking like, okay, they are out here, you know, they all like I just said in the corporate mindset. That's why we jump from twerking, you know, from errands to twerking. It's because we have the white people sitting up or whoever in the corporate and exposing all black women. And I'm thinking about the times when we were, you know, all black queens were raped, you know, beat and things like this.
I mean, but twerking is a thing. That type of dancing has been going on since the beginning of time. The beginning of time. It didn't necessarily always represent something lewd. I think it became it started having a kind of negative connotation when, you know, Miley Cyrus and her raw chicken looking ass got up and did what she did, and naturally, you know, then it became acceptable or popular in society. But that's something black folk have done since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it didn't. And another thing, we live in a over sexualized society.
Yes.
The way we see twerking and how it's looked at here in the United States is not necessarily the way they see it in places where twerking originated. You know, like, and that's of course the motherland. Like, America got just this whole. It's a different society.
Yeah.
You know, and we over sexualized. Like, that's why. You know, we on our girls about how they dress and all this different stuff, and there's so many like violent sexual crimes is on the rise or whatever. It's just how we do things here, how we see things here. So, but places where it originated from, it's not necessarily about sex.
Yeah.
You know.
And I guess, like I said, I get over analytical because I just go to thinking that there's some guy up in the office, you know, cashing a check from, somebody, one of our black queens, 20 minutes on stage twerking her ass.
That speaks to the society you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, even with the gangster rap, like I think I saw a guy on Facebook it was hard about why do these rappers keep rapping about violence and all like that, not realizing that, you know, the rappers that rap don't even control the music that they making. True. You know, and you know, if they're in some sort of record deal, they got to make what sell. Mm-hmm. You know, like they can't talk, you know, completely positive or whatever. That's why, you know, the KRS-Ones and the D-Nices died out. You know what I mean? Because violence, our oppression is marketable now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So whatever they can make money off, you know, when it comes to us, that's what they're running with. That they're not into, you know, anything uplifting or whatever. Like, you know, Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite people, but he walks a very fine line. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a society we live in.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of great points today. First of all, y'all educated the fuck out of me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, but before we do, we like to what we like doing 2 Shots of Vodka podcast. Let's do a little quick fun, 2 quick games on there. Okay. So the first game I like to play is called 5 Fingers of Death. You have 5 fingers. I have 5 seconds. 5 seconds to answer the question. It's not even a question. Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind. All right? And I'm going to bounce between the both of you, so you guys basically don't have a little quick second to think or wonder. All right. So, Ms. Gina, I'm gonna start with you first. First thing that comes to your mind. Happiest moment.
Graduation ceremonies.
Ms. Graham, worst day.
Worst day. When I found out my nephew was murdered. Yeah.
Gina, worst fear.
Not reaching the masses.
Biggest vice.
Biggest vice right now is Crystal Light sugar-free peach tea.
No.
That's my biggest vice right now. Is to get me away from the sodas.
Gina, when you think of embarrassing.
Slipping on ice.
Oh God. Been there.
Comfort.
Comfort. Potatoes.
Miss Gina. What's nasty?
Oh, wow. What's nasty? Feet. You said what come to mind.
Miss Graham, in 5 years, I will be...
In 5 years, I will be 44.
Miss Gina, your dream significant other.
I was getting ready to say that. Yeah. Wow.
Think fast.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay. Miss Graham, career.
Multi-millionaire investment from minority business investment firm. That's what I want to be.
Okay.
That's my career.
All right. Yo, you guys did good on that one. You didn't break a sweat. But now I got to turn it up a little bit for the last game, all right? Last game is called 7 is Luck, all right? And I'm going to start with one of you at a time. I'm going to ask 7 questions. You have 2 options. And you have 3 seconds to choose in between.
Okay.
All right? And I'm going to start with... Miss Gina first. Drink toilet water or drink dirty bath water? Take your time. I know both of them are tasty.
Bath water.
Okay. You gonna lick the ring too?
Oh, that's gross.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Elton John or Ozzy Osbourne?
Elton John.
Naturally.
Real Housewives of Atlanta or Wendy Williams?
Wendy.
Really?
Yep.
Rich or legacy?
Legacy.
Slow or hard?
Slow.
Vodka or Henny?
Henny.
Miss Graham, your turn. Are you ready?
Yeah, already.
Clothes or naked?
Depends. No, I'm just kidding.
Who's watching?
Clothes.
Drums or flats?
Flats.
La Romeo or Bow Wow?
La Romeo.
Sex or love?
Is there a difference? Nah. Oh shit. Love.
Pull it out.
Money or fame?
Money.
Bad lace front or no eyebrows?
God damn.
What the world?
Boy, that,
No, it's a tough
no eyebrows.
Wow, you got a great lace front, no eyebrows.
Lay it down. You
If it's got bangs, I can hide the fact I ain't got no eyebrows.
Last one. Power or respect?
Power.
I like that.
Because if I got power, you're going to have to respect that. So you might not like me, but you got to respect the position.
Hey, man, y'all been dropping so many gems. We can open up a, Johnny the Jeweler, Jacob in this motherfucker. Hey, I want to thank y'all for sitting with me, talking with me. What I want you guys to do, start with Ms. Graham. Go ahead and plug in every business, every page, everything, and where people can find you and support you and get their face beat too.
Okay. I am Salathia M. Graham, also known as the Face Architect on Instagram. Also known as the owner and creator of Blackout Marketplace and Events LLC. Come out to our relaunch mixer in January 18th at Vivid Event Center on Dorchester Road. Come meet me, come talk to me, come eat with me, come drink with me. I look forward to seeing your beautiful black face. Come on out.
All right.
You can find me on Facebook, Salathia Monique Graham. That's my real name, my government. That's what it is. On Instagram, I'm Salathia G. The Face Architect, _face_architect1, because I'm the only one. And that's me. And Blackout Marketplace and Events LLC on Facebook.
Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all follow all that, please. Yeah. Follow Blackout for sure. And Miss Gina, let the people know.
How you doing? What?
Yeah.
Nah. But listen, honestly, you can find me on Facebook as Gina Mocha. I'm a local poet here. My books are on Amazon, so look it up. My first book was called Black Magic. Second book, Black Coffee, No Sugar, No Cream. CharlestonBlackPride.org. Charleston Black Pride on Facebook. Follow us. Subscribe to our page, Instagram, Charleston Black Pride, Regina_Duggins for Instagram. And listen, you want to have a conversation with me? You want to know the truth, the real? Don't go to a source, come straight to me.
Exactly.
Don't ask my neighbor, come to me.
You can call me, just don't call me collect.
Right. All that good stuff. But I'm a people person, and I also go by that slogan, I'm the voice of the voiceless. Thank you.
Hey, once again, man, I want to thank y'all for listening. Usually, last thing what I do, I leave out with a little phrase that pertains to, kind of, what we've been talking about today. And it is, do not take life so seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You will not get out of it alive.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
All right.
Yo, thank y'all for listening. Always remember, stay 10 toes down. If you're missing any, count them and roll with them. Lead with love, you're going to get love. And whoever you with and whoever you doing, do them and it because you love it. I'm Will Love. It's 2 Shots of Vodka Podcast, and we out.
Peace.
Yeah. Your friends tell you I'm the one and I'm hoping you listen. I don't listen if they praying or they sneak dissing. I got the black sword for the battle of the sexes. You my next girl, don't ever act like my exes. Your phone face up, I trust those are good texts. Mine's face down, cause bullshit can bring us down. Avant with the wine, helping me to read your mind. Room 309, baby, here's the card for you. You love this, you love that, that's where the real at. Morning time, you got my sweater, Vicky's under that. Here's my number, make it ring when you unpack. And don't front on me, cause I'ma take care of you back.
I think you're perfect, I think you're worth it. I think you've got something different, I've been searching. I think you're nervous, he's made you so mad. I think you should take a chance and show me that you can. Come through to my side, come vibe on my side. Be mine on my side, come wine upon my side. I think you're perfect, I think you're worth it. I think you've got something different, I've been searching. I think you're nervous, he's made you so mad. I think you should take a chance and show me that you can.